If your real estate portfolio is in your personal name or under a single LLC, you're not protected. You're exposed. One lawsuit, one judgment, one audit, and decades of wealth accumulation could vanish overnight. You see, the more wealth you accumulate, the bigger the target on your back becomes. Whether it's a disgruntled tenant, a business dispute, a car wreck, or an IRS audit, your assets are vulnerable without the right protection. And for real estate investors or high net worth individuals with multiple properties, the risk is compounded. And here's the part most people miss. Even winning a lawsuit can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees, public exposure, and months of stress, if not years. Plus, if your assets are visible and easily traceable, you might as well put a "Sue Me" sign on your back. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how we structure real estate portfolios for high net worth clients to eliminate their exposure to lawsuits, minimize their tax liability, and maintain complete control without losing privacy or flexibility. I'm Todd Villarubia. I'm a tax attorney and board certified expert in estate planning, and I help high-income professionals and ultra-affluent families create asset protection plans that shield everything they've built, their homes, their businesses, their investments, from lawsuits, creditors, and government overreach. The problem is visibility equals vulnerability. We live in a lawsuit-happy society. If someone slips and falls on your property, whether it's your rental or your second home, their attorney can Google your name and instantly find out what you own. That's a problem. Every property in your name increases your risk. What most people are doing is that most of the high earners that we represent rely on a single LLC when we meet them, or worse, they hold properties in their own personal name for convenience or mortgage simplicity. Others rely on an estate planning attorney or CPA or a non-specialist who hasn't updated their strategy in 10 years. That's not planning, that's gambling. Why this won't work? LLCs can be pierced in court if not managed properly. Personal ownership leaves your home, investments, and even future income at risk. If a tenant sues or if an aggressive creditor wins a judgment, they can come after everything if your structure is weak or your assets are all tied together. Even from a tax perspective, poor structuring can trigger unnecessary estate, capital gains, income tax, and depreciation recapture deductions when you go to transfer your assets to your heirs. Here's our solution: strategic layering. What we do instead is build a multi-layered, legally defensible asset protection strategy. Each property is held in a separate legal entity, typically a Wyoming or Delaware LLC for anonymity and charging order protection. Ownership of these LLCs is placed into a bridge trust or asset protection trust, which adds a second firewall. We layer in estate planning tools like spousal lifetime access trusts or intentionally defective grantor trusts to protect the assets and reduce estate and income taxes. Real estate is often structured through a holding company with no direct link to your personal name, keeping you completely private. Legal separation plus tax optimization is the key. This is not a workaround or a loophole, it's the exact legal structure used by Fortune 500 executives, celebrity investors, and family offices. Each layer creates legal distance between you and the asset, which makes it incredibly difficult for plaintiffs, creditors, or the IRS to connect the dots. And when structured correctly, these strategies also create massive estate tax advantages, letting you pass properties to the next generation with minimal tax burden and maximum control. If you're serious about protecting your real estate and preserving your wealth long-term, let's talk. We offer a complimentary strategy session to review your current setup, identify vulnerabilities, and walk you through exactly what we'd recommend. You'll leave with clarity and a game plan. Click the link in the next video, get on our calendar, and let's make sure your real estate isn't just growing, but is actually protected.